Just like the saying, sometimes you gotta stop and smell the flowers. And sometimes it's not even the prettiest flower in the bunch. Sometimes it's just the only one around. You see, oftentimes people think that you gotta appear a certain way to be the one to make it. Maybe this flower may miss that message because he looks like he's been through some stuff. Maybe a little bit. Got a little wrinkle here and there. You know, got some stuff going on, but still going strong. Yeah, solid roots. Solid. The only one in the bunch. It's like that sometimes. That's how life is too. You know. I don't know if you could see me in my camera lens because I turned my phone around. I should probably check and see, because for all I know, I might just be recording, I don't know, nothing. I guess oftentimes in life, we take a beating. Sometimes things look beautiful and others not so pretty. And you know, it's usually during those awkward stages that you have the biggest growth. Think of, on a really small level, think of like your hair growing. You know, you got 3 stages of hair growth: anagen, telogen, catagen. I'm getting off point. That wasn't my point. Your hair, fucking ADD. It kicked in again. The hair. It has stages where, say you have bangs, right? You want to grow bangs, or you're growing out your bangs. Women, you know, when your hair gets to that really awkward stage and you want to cut it because it just doesn't look good. But then you're like, no, don't cut it, because I remember why I'm doing it. I knew it'd have to grow and go through that awkward process first. So you stick it out. Just stick it out. And then after that phase passes of where it wasn't so cute, goes back to looking great again, right? Yeah. Meaning, sometimes when we're at our weakest, we're actually learning our best lessons and learning our best inner strengths. They're not weaknesses because you're still here. Hello. If it was really a weakness, you wouldn't still be here on Earth School. So you're doing good. You're on your way. Growth is a process. You don't have to give your growth, you don't have to compare your growth to someone else's. Just because someone else accomplished something faster than you did, so what? They didn't live your life. Oh, that person was able to have a smooth sailing through that, right? So they didn't have the lessons you did that taught you to be such a strong character, have such a strong, okay. So perception. Man, you know, part of my perception right now, might be because, well, I was doing a little puff of the ganj. I try not to smoke too much. I really don't like to smoke a shit ton of weed, but I do smoke it. It helps with my seizures big time, which I love. But I don't like when it makes me extra goofy, because I like to be in control of myself. I'm a naturally goofy person anyways. So I don't want to be, you know, like, all spacey, high, and extra. That's not my goal. So I am happy, though, because it's been a process of growth. I went from taking medications my whole life, pharmacy, magic, medications from doctors, to weaning off all of those medications over the years, as my doctors were watching at the time, because I needed to make sure I was safely detoxing from all my medicines, because I used to take a lot of medicine before I had my gastric bypass. I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes. Oh my gosh, I had a lot of health issues. But then after my surgery, a lot of my health issues went away. But the thing is, you have to make changes. You have to make lifestyle changes, because although the surgery was there and able to assist me, I had to do the work and keep it up, because it's an ongoing, continuous process of change. When I had the surgery, I knew that I would get off the medications, which is great, But I didn't know that it would be as hard as it was. But that's okay. I'm still here. I still suffer from a few ailments, but, I'm doing it naturally. I've been smoking weed instead of taking meds for, I don't know, about 1.5 years now. Why am I sharing this? Because life is growth. Life is a journey. And if we smoking and we toking and we out and we're looking at the growth and we're talking about growth, I don't know, in a weird way, it all kind of goes together somehow. I don't know how to word it. I'm getting really embarrassed. So my smile is getting bigger and bigger because I'm listening to myself going, wow, I sound silly sometimes. Like when I'm very honest and raw, sometimes I sound very immature. And then I see it later and I'm like, ooh, that was embarrassing. But I didn't know better. I was obviously, honestly immature in that area. And I'm growing. So recognizing the situations, seeing where you're a little weak. We know where you're strong because we're going to talk on those more and build on those and do great things in life. But on the areas we're weak, that's where our real tests come in. Because what are you going to do? Are you going to live in the weakness and let fear overcome you? Or are you going to take control yourself? So, I think that vulnerability is a good thing at times, because if you're being honest and you see it within yourself, and then maybe later on you remember, okay, this is why I was doing this. I'm trying to better my inner soul house. It's worth it. So it might be really difficult at times, and you might not see your weaknesses in these horrible situations like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Why me? Why am I in such a shitty situation? No, really, it's wow, thank you, God, for keeping me from a worse situation. Because what you're going through now sucks, but it could have been even worse had you not had a covering, right? Now, I'm not trying to take away from anybody or anything. I'm just saying your comparison isn't to other people. It's just you to yourself. It's another reason I don't like talking about this part. I've started keeping part of this audio log because I forget things. Part of that would be my seizures. And part of that, I'm assuming, is the 3 spots that they had found on my brain a while back. So I forget things sometimes. So once in a while, I figure at some point, I'll want to remember things and I'll be able to look at these videos. I don't really do that now because I don't rewatch my videos, except for if I edit something and I'm making clips of adding different stuff. But I don't edit. And I don't usually rewatch because it's just so embarrassing. And because it is a raw moment, I don't want to gaslight myself, because sometimes people could self-sabotage. Because I might watch the video and say, damn, I look dumb, and then beat my own self up instead of continuing to grow. So I'm like, okay, I'm still working on these things. In the areas where I seem immature, it's because the growth obviously is still a little immature. Okay, recognize it and then start working out of it. That's the thing, recognizing areas of growth. But don't look at yourself as weak. Don't look at yourself as a loser. Don't look at yourself as someone who isn't doing what you're supposed to be doing, because you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now. All of us are. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Like the builders. I should tell them, hey, Architect Southward said, what's up? The builders, they're building a solid foundation over there, homes. So just like they're building the external homes, we're working on our internal homes. Your soul home, your solar home. Anyway, divine feminine if you're a female. But I don't know. I don't know, because I find that most of the time men watch my videos over women, which kind of makes me sad because I would like some more female friends. Shit. Okay, I'm all over the place in this video, but they're all valid points. Pardon the run-on sentences and the talks of really nothing, not teaching anything, not really today, not really sharing anything except myself.